Even at state level, there are only one in number. People who rode the first generation Dukes can understand what I say. It is designed by one of the best designers in the world. Though we buy this bike or not, it is always good to know about this. Hello friends, welcome to Moto 360. Today's video is about a unique bike that belongs to CF Moto. I would say that this brand and this particular model is little unfamiliar among most of the Indians. This brand was launched in mid of 2019 in India. Before jumping into the bike's details, let us take a quick look at the company's profile. CF Moto is basically a Chinese company started in 1989. They are involved not only in making of two-wheelers but also in making of off-road sports four-wheelers called ATVs and side-by-side. They are also channel partners for KTM in China, like Bajaj in India. They take care of assembling and marketing of KTM bikes in China. There is also a talk that they are gonna take care of the KTM Duke 790 complete production in their manufacturing unit. So it's not a new or a small company, they are well experienced. They also have some racing footprints in the Isle of Man TT. When it comes to the model, NK300 is an hardcore street naked bike which shares the styling platform of Dukes. NK means naked. They also have sports variant in 300cc, but it's not available in India at present. In India, NK300 competes with Duke 250 in terms of price, but it is actually placed in between Duke 250 and Duke 390 in terms of capacity. The unique selling point of this bike is, of course, its design. It is attractive from all the angles. It is designed by one of the best designers in the world, which is Kiska. Kiska is an Austrian company who are also the designers for KTM and Husqvarna. They are the one who designed Bajaj's Chetak electric scooter and also some Adidas products. Maybe that is one of the reasons for the bike to look flawless from all the angles. Street naked lovers will love it for sure. It also have a resemblance of various bike, I would say. Headlight looks like KTM. Seat designs remind us of Kawasaki C900. Rear end reminds of Yamaha R15 V3. It has also got a grab rail in rear like Kawasaki 300 Ninja. So it reminds various bikes that we are familiar with. When it comes to engine, it is 292.4cc single cylinder 4-stroke liquid cooled engine and it's a fuel injection system. So I'm expecting a peppy performing and refined engine which we will see in the test ride in a while. It produces 27.5 HP at 8500 rpm and the torque of 25 Newton meters at 7000 rpm. Front suspension is upside down fork and monoshock in the rear. Bike is coming with Jejuan brakes. It looks like a local Chinese brand and hence not heard much about it. Front wheel has got 300mm disc and the rear has got 240mm disc with single piston caliper, and it comes with dual channel ABS as standard, which means you cannot turn off the ABS. So you cannot perform stunts on this. Alloy wheel design is good and unique. Tires of this bike is also made by a local Chinese brand called CST. Front wheel is 110/60 17-inch tire and in the rear 140/60 17-inch tire. We have no idea about the quality, performance and durability of this tire so far. But still, this is a tubeless radial tire. Hope it will perform well on the road, which we will see in the test ride as well. Bike is built with trellis frame and tubular swing arm chassis. Bike's overall length is 1990 mm, seat height 795 mm, height is 1070 mm, ground clearance is 150 mm, curb weight is 151 kgs. When compared to Duke 250, it is 10 kgs lighter. Bike has got 6-speed gearbox, fuel tank capacity is 12.5 liters. When it comes to instrument console, it is fully digital. Speedometer runs in numbers. For tachometer, analog design has been provided digitally. Inside display, it has got a lot of information like fuel level indicator, trip meter, battery voltage meter, gear position indicator, engine temperature indicator, clock, etc. Outside of the display, in the console, there are turn indicators, neutral indicator, I-beam indicator, ABS indicator, fuel empty warning indicator, and engine malfunction indicators are there. There are two switches provided, one for selection and other one for display brightness adjustment. I hope you can see that I'm adjusting the brightness of the display now. Apart from this, console also has automatic light sensor for the display. This is how the graphics look during the night or dark time. There are two riding modes available, sports and rain mode. This is the display for the rain mode. It is kind of plain and not having any distracting color graphics. But still you will get all the information required. Switch for riding mode is provided on the left hand side handlebar. You can see a mode switch here. Also you got a headlight ILO beam switch, horn switch and turn indicator switch. And the right hand side of the handlebar, hazard switch and ignition switch are provided. For ignition and engine kill, single switch setup is provided. One of the big drawback of this bike is its switch quality, which does not match the premium design and price tag of this bike. It looks more like that of switches provided in toys, which definitely needs to be improved. When it comes to headlight, it is best in class, I would say. It looks similar to that of Duke, but it is full of LED setup and the light illumination, road presence and visibility all look good. Rear tail light and indicators are also LED. There is a hugger for the rear tire. Number plate is placed well in the tire hugger. There is a light setup provided for number plate and it is also provided in the tire hugger. Bike's exhaust design is similar to that of Duke, which is an underbelly exhaust. This bike has got side stand sensor. You cannot turn on the bike with the side stand on, and also the engine will get cut off when the side stand is on. Bike comes in two color variant. The one that you are looking at now is Concept Blue and the other one is Nebula Black. Okay, let's go for the test ride. My height is 5'10". I'm seated comfortably on this. Since it has low seat height, riders who are 5'3" or 5'4" can also sit comfortably on this. You can see my leg. I had placed little rear set, so seating posture is little aggressive. Almost similar to that of Duke. Okay, let's get started. My first impression is this is a perfect city rider. Though 300cc machine, it is very light, agile and flickable, very comfortable in traffic. And while riding this bike, it reminds me the first generation Duke, which is crunchy, raw and not refined as much as now to ride. People who rode the first generation Dukes can understand what I say. But this is not as aggressive as Duke because initial power delivery has no urgency. Initial pickup is little subtle in this. I can say up to 5000 RPM. After 5000 RPM, the power is slowly building up. I did actually underestimate or did not have any idea about this bike's performance before the test ride. Maybe because of which I like the performance now. It's really peppy and I'm surprised with the performance. Though I cannot ride this bike to its fullest in this traffic, I can feel the mid-range performance of this one and it still has the juice in it. Throttle response is very nice. Power to weight ratio is tremendous. I already did say that this is 10 kgs less than that of Duke 250. I did not expect this range of performance from this bike and I also expected some rattling or plastic vibrations because of the plastic quality used in this bike. But surprisingly I did not feel anything. It's well and good and I feel fit and finish is quite okay except the switch qualities. Top speed of this bike is 150, 90 to 110 is the sweet spot of this bike. Though we have done walk around in indoor, I found a place and let's have a look at the bike one more time in outdoor. Length of the bike seems small because of the rear seat. Rear seat is so small and it will not be comfortable for the pillion rider for sure. This color Concept Blue is nice in real bold. I did not like it when I saw in brochure, but in real bold it's unique and eye-catchy. Let's hear the exhaust sound of the bike. Exhaust sound is also similar to Duke. The footrest and rubber on it all seems good in quality. The stock tire, brakes and accessories are working well for the bike's performance. I think CF Moto decided to go with the local Chinese brand for cost cutting factor. If they had provided reputed brands or the brands that Indians are familiar with, maybe it will help relate and also may build trust factor. Because many may or may not would have heard about these brands before. due to which consumers may have some concerns about the quality of it. Hope they will consider this in future because they are providing reputed brands for their higher cc bikes. Bike has got shorter gear ratio and it is perfect for city traffic. Even the shorter turning radius helps us for hassle-free riding in traffic. Gears are a little notchier, it's not that smooth. If you ask me whether this bike is apt for touring, yes, it's a 300cc engine. It will give same feel like touring in Duke. But seat cushion is on softer side, so it will be little uncomfortable for longer ride or for touring. But aftermarket seats will fix this issue, I think. We have been riding this bike in sports mode till now. Let's see how the rain mode is. As soon as you turn on the bike, the CF Moto logo flashes on the display, which looks good. Display is futuristic and looks premium. And also visibility of the display is good even in this daylight condition. This is the graphics of the sports mode. As I switch to rain mode, the graphics looks plain. There is a small power lag in rain mode. It's not a big difference, but you feel the small lag in initial pickup. It's because of the throttle response, I think. There is a small practicality issue in this bike. Horn and turn indicator are misplaced in this bike. You can see me very often pressing the turn indicator for horn. This is a little confusing. Hope in next versions CF Moto will look into it. If you are a shorter rider and you are looking for a good looking street naked in the market, then you can have a look at this bike. If you are looking for a unique and like to own a bike which is very rare in streets, this is a good option for you. If you are in city and looking for hassle-free bike to ride in city, then you can also have a look at this bike. Even if you have plans to buy Duke, you can have a look at this too. But if you are not in city or nearby the CF Moto service centers, then I will not recommend this because the sales and service network is very limited and does not even exist in some major states and cities as of now. If you don't mind about the hassle for service or spares, then you can have a try. Dealer claims that they are getting more inquiries from outer cities and other states than local, and it seems like they are managing to address and deliver as much wider as they can. When it comes to downside, the first concern is about pricing. In China, this bike is priced very competitive when compared to Duke, and it is value for money there. But in India, it is imported one, and almost price is equivalent to Duke. So value for money concept is not applicable here. Why should someone decide CF Moto over Duke when it priced similarly, right? Maybe CF Moto could think of some tie-ups with manufacturing units in India and to assemble their bikes here in India to price their bikes very competitively. Then enthusiast riders may think of buying this. The other major concern is after sales and service. I already mentioned that sales and service outlets are very few in numbers, at least for time being. Even at state level, there are only one in number and we have to depend them for the rest of the period. So if you are planning to buy this bike, you should have a mutual concern with the dealer and take their commitments and promises. If you are satisfied and convinced, then you can proceed. But on the other side, we should support this type of dealers who are trying to reach us with this kind of exotic or unique bikes, right? For example, this particular dealer, JMP Motors in Chennai, is one of the unique dealers who expressed their interest to deal with imported bikes like Kawasaki, Indian Motors, Aprilia, etc. Because of this type of dealers, we have more options and we can explore different brands of different countries. This will also lead to local manufacturers to think of more upgrades and to be competitive. As a motor enthusiast, I will personally appreciate this type of dealers, though we buy this bike or not. It is always good to know about this type of dealers around us. If you are a motor enthusiast and you are watching this channel for the first time, please do subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon near the subscribe button in your mobile. Then you will get the notification every time I upload a video. I also post the photographs of the vehicles that I review in this channel and latest news updates on our Instagram and Facebook page. I shall also provide the link in the description. Just by a single touch you can have a look, and if you like, please follow me on the social media also. Please share this video to your friends and relatives who are planning to buy a street naked. Even someone who are planning to buy a Duke can have a look at this. And if you are planning to buy this bike, please do test ride before deciding. That is something which I keep repeating in all my videos. Hope this video is informative and useful to you. Please show some appreciation in the form of like and comments. If you have any queries, ask me in the comment section. Until I meet you in another video, take care and goodbye.